Welcome to GhostClash Gaming. So I've been working really hard on this game, Neverwinter, to make a good review for you guys that I hope will be useful and fun to watch. So in the background, you're going to see some gameplay of me playing Neverwinter. It was one of the story plots I think I was playing, so it has some pretty good cutscenes and stuff like that. So anyways, let's get on to the review. So I'm going to start off with the bad like I normally do because I want to get the bad out of the way so that I can focus on the good and leave you guys with a nice feeling at the end of the video. So here we go. All right, so the bad. Number one, the difficulty level of the game could be amped up a bit. I don't know. I found the game really easy, and I'm a rogue. My main character is a rogue. I've tried other ones, but definitely my main character is a rogue, so it shouldn't be like super easy to solo it, but it really is. I haven't had very much trouble, except for when I faced a dragon later on. I tried to solo the dragon and it didn't go so well. But overall, it's pretty simple. I don't need anybody else. Number two, the graphics are good, but they're not stellar, and that's to be expected. It's a 3-year-old game. It was on PC before it came to PS4, so they're still good. The graphics hold up. It doesn't yank you out of the game or anything like that. So definitely, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a bad thing, but it's not. The graphics could be a little bit more polished, but to me, gameplay comes way before graphics, and definitely I'll get to that. But the gameplay is good. Number three. There are way too many different currencies. Like there's Zen, Astral Diamonds, Tarmaloon bars, Rough Astral Diamonds, and there's more. Way too many. They should be able to streamline that. They need to, like Zen is the currency that you buy if you wanted to buy something from the market or whatever with real money. But you can get Zen by selling Astral Diamonds and so forth. Takes a long time and you've got to grind it out, but at least there's an option for making Zen without actually having to buy it with real money. But there's still way too many currencies and it's super confusing, and that's not good. That's definitely a bad point for me. Number four, it's laggy in some areas. It hasn't happened a ton, but at least 3 or 4, maybe half a dozen times my character's kind of done like a moonwalk, or it kind of shifted forward, shift back, or my horse would disappear and I would just be this dude or lady riding nothing. That could definitely be fixed. I don't think it hasn't happened to me a ton of times, so I wouldn't say it's huge, but it definitely does pull you out of the gameplay and isn't something that's good if you're an MMO. Alright, so let's get on to the good, shall we? So number one, it's free to play, and for a ton of people, this is huge. And I mean, it really is free to play. You can get pretty much everything without having to buy anything with real money. You might have to grind out some stuff or whatever, but I mean, I think a lot of players, we want everything for free, and really, if there wasn't anybody buying anything, then we wouldn't have a game. So in the end, I don't mind spending a little bit of money, but I don't like being pressured to. Like, I don't want it to be like, I have to buy something or I can't be competitive, and this game isn't like that. So if you like free-to-play, or you don't have a lot of money, or you still want to enjoy a good MMO, then this game is certainly for you. That is by far the best point of this game. And number two, the crafting system is different but nice. So in most places, you gotta get all the materials, and then you go and you set out a forge and you watch your guy hammer. It's super boring. In this one, you go into a different screen, you push that you want, I don't know, like your material gatherer to go gather some wool or whatever, or leather, something like that, and he goes and it says, and there's a counter, and so it might take him 2 hours or whatever, and then you get experience when he comes back and you get whatever he found in his travels, blah blah blah. So you just basically click and you forget about it, and then you just go back into it. I've forgotten about my crafter for a long period of time, which kind of isn't good, but I don't really care about the crafting at this point, but I definitely wanted to try it out so I could post it in this review as well. So that's the crafting system is definitely pretty good. Alright, so 3. You can solo this entire game with a companion, pretty much. I mean, some of the dungeons in that, there's an auto queue, so you'll get strangers and be able to beat it with them. But for most of the quests and everything else like that, you just go on with your companion. Like, I have a dog, and he puts in work for me, and he tanks, and I don't need anybody else. I don't have to try to find friends to play this game or whatever. Most of my friends play like Xbox and PC games anyways, so I don't have a hard time. Like in Destiny, I can't complete a lot of I can't do some of the really high level raids and get that really high level gear because I don't know anybody else that plays PS4 and plays Destiny. So that to me it ruins part of the game for me. Whereas in this game, I don't have to worry about that. If you can go with people if you want to, but you don't have to. And I love that part. I like soloing it. Sometimes I just like to come home, put my feet up, play the game, right? Like take some time off after work. So I don't want to have to talk to other people and stuff. I just want to do my own thing. So that's to me that's a huge point in the good column. Number 4, it has a built-in mic system, so you can when you do go into one of those dungeons and you're with strangers, if they have a mic, you can talk to them and vice versa. I've never really had anybody talk to me. I've heard like background noises and stuff from kids playing or whatever, so they're probably wearing their mic, but just for the sound, and maybe they want the TV to be quiet. I don't know, but I've never actually had anybody talk to me. So that's kind of a bad thing. Like I wish that the community in Neverwinter was a little bit more community. You know what I mean? But I guess that's the price you pay if you want solo stuff. So it's either you want solo or you want it to be super. I wish there was a happy medium, but whatever. There is a built-in mic system, and that is awesome. Number 5, the combat system is solid. I mean, I played a bunch of different characters, and for me, my rogue is the most fun to play because she has some flashy moves and stuff like that, and I like being able to roll out of harm's way and stuff like that. So to me, it's really good. But there's a lot of different ways that you can kind of build your character and stuff like that. The combat system is kind of spammy. Like a lot of times I just push the R2 button and just do its basic attack over and over, and it kills stuff just fine. I don't have to worry about that on regular mobs and stuff like that. But it is, there is still some good stuff in there. The combat system isn't super boring. It is fun to watch your character kind of do stuff, and you can, kind of plan out what you want to do, especially if you're not a tank and you don't just stand there and take damage. So the combat system, pretty good. Number 6, there's some really good voice dialogue and some nice quests. So one of the quests, I had to rescue this lady, and the husband didn't want to hit her, and he sent me in to kind of subdue her. And then there was a wizard that was helping her, and then the wizard ended up being a D-bag. And I had to chase him down and kill him. But it was a really cool quest. Not all the quests are like that. A lot of the quests are your regular MMO stuff, like go fetch this, go kill this, go get this bounty, go do this, go whatever, right? So that part, it's the normal stuff, and it's not horrible. But it's nice to have a couple of quests in there that are, unique and fun to play. And this game has that. Some of the quests are really nice. The voice dialogue is really cool. The one thing too is that you can, when you're talking to an NPC for a quest and you want to walk away, a lot of times he'll keep talking to you. So if you want to listen to it, that's cool. There's also a lore system. So if you find, a book, it'll give you some lore. If you're one of those people that really likes that kind of stuff, a lot of times I just kind of click through it. But if, there's people that like to read that stuff and read about the lore of the land that they're in and all that kind of stuff. So if you like that, that's definitely in the good column as well. So overall, I would give this game a solid 8. I'm hovering towards 9. It's one of my favorite games that I've played recently, especially since it's free to play. If I had to pay, it might get a little bit of a lower rating, but 8 for this game is great. I mean, this game is fun. You can play it for hours. I've spent hours on it, and I've tried out different characters and stuff like that. So I would definitely recommend getting this game if you like MMOs and you don't want to pay a lot of money, or even if you do, if you want, find a game that you can put some money in this and get different mounts and all that kind of stuff. That's cool. But definitely Neverwinter, good game. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope it was helpful. Take care and cheers.